All right, Shalom. I'd like to open up by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and preach his truth and truth and sincerity. Shalom to the hopeful elect. And today's lessons are going to be entitled, Woe to them that call evil good and good evil. And also, that's the title is inspired by Isaiah, the 5th chapter, around the 20th or so verse. But as you can see by the headline in this article, it says Cosmopolitan magazine promotes satanic abortion to young women and so's dead mother of conservative Supreme Court justice. As we just quoted the scripture in Isaiah, the 5th chapter. As a matter of fact, let's read it. This is Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. It says, Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. So ultimately, at the end of the day, we understand that this world, pursuant to Isaiah the 29th chapter, ultimately the rulers of this world have pretty much flipped this world upside down. Okay, meaning ultimately everything that's promoted in this world is contrary to the scriptures. And we understand that the scriptures do not support abortions, which ultimately we're going to get that later, Lord's will, because the scriptures speak upon how the Lord formed the earth to be inhabited, whether it be by people or animals, but ultimately mainly people. Okay, it says that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. So ultimately everything in this current society, this current feminist and wicked society, is turned upside down. Ultimately we understand everything in this current world is contrary, okay, to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashmi Yashai. Okay. Let's grab this in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31 and verse 22. It says, How long wilt thou go about, O backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. And also, this is where you get feminism from. You see, in this current world, okay, women, okay, have, a lick of power and authority. You see, because ultimately, in this world, okay, women have more reproductive rights than men, meaning women are able to decide, whether the baby lives or not, which ultimately we understand back in the ancient days, you see, women did not have much liberty, which is how it's supposed to be, because ultimately, and you see what women are doing with liberty right now as we speak, man. Aren't they destroying themselves, man? You see? And also we understand, through women having liberty, in this current day and age, they're becoming degenerates, man. They're waxing worse and worse and worse. You see? Now let's grab that word compass. It says sabab, the Hebrew word sabab. It says to turn about, or around, or aside, or back, or towards, to go about or around, surround, and circle, change direction, which ultimately in this sense, compass in this sense is going into what? Going around the authority of a man. You see, in this society, all right, the authority of a man or the role of a man is looked down upon. You see, these women expect us to be their servants, and also do everything that they say, but also that's not how it's supposed to be. See, because the Lord created a woman, okay, for the sake of a man, not man for the sake of a woman. Okay, you can read that in Genesis, the 2nd chapter. You see, the woman was made as a helpmeet unto the man. You see, but nowadays these women don't want to do that. But let's hop into this article. It says a Cosmopolitan magazine promotes satanic abortion to young women and so's dead mother of conservative Supreme Court justice. It says Cosmopolitan magazine published an article promoting satanic abortions to young women. In the process, the liberal magazine insulted the deceased mother of a conservative Supreme Court justice. Cosmopolitan, which deemed itself to be the biggest young woman's media brand in the world, published an article on November 16th titled "The Satanic Abortion Clinic That Pissed Off Pretty Much Everyone and Might Beat the Bands Anyway." You know, that's another thing, within today's current society, today's young generation. Ultimately, the women of this day and age, they're not taught, okay, or groomed into becoming women. Okay, they're not raised into being women. In today's day and age, they're raised into being hoes, man. You see, they're not taught to love their husbands, love their children, hold down a household, so on and so forth, man. All right, they're taught by their mothers in this day and age to jump from rod to rod, man. Let's get something real quick. This is 1 Timothy. Let's see. I believe it's 1 Timothy chapter 5. It's either 1 Timothy or it's 1 Timothy chapter 5. And verse 14. It says, "I will therefore that the younger woman marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully." You see, and also women, especially young women, what are they supposed to do, man? They're supposed to bear children, marry, or love their husbands, guide the house. But here in today's day and age, that's not taught to these young women. Okay, what is taught to the young women? To be whores, okay? Do as thou wilt, okay? Jump from man to man. Be a slut. You see? And also, this is contrary to the tradition, all right, of us Israelites, man. It says, "Give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully." And ultimately, they're given, occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully of the nation of Israel. You see, because also through their wicked deeds, man, okay, through their whoredom, okay, through them abusing themselves through much liberty. Verse 15, it says, "For some are already turned aside after Satan." And you can see it, man. Okay, majority of these women of today have Satan on them, man. See, jumping from man to man, all right, swinging from tree rod to tree rod, And ultimately, the scriptures speak upon how there shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel. Majority of the women today of the nation of Israel are nothing but whores, man. See, and that's nothing but facts, man. See, these women have rosters, okay? These women are texting multiple men at once, jumping from man to man. You see, if they have a man, all right, the moment her and her man have one minor disagreement, okay, she bouncing on another man ride for comfort, man. And that's off. But let's grab this in the book of Titus. I want to say it's chapter 2. Yep, chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, "The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as cometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young woman to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children." You see? And ultimately, this isn't being taught, okay, or within the woman of this generation, man. Okay, the women are teaching their daughters to be whores in this generation. Okay, and also that's one thing, concerning abortion. Really, man, these women, want to get abortions so they can continue to be sluts and be whores without the consequences of being sluts and whores, man. You see, it says to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, and these women today, man, they're not keepers at home. You see, going around constantly out the house, jumping from rod to rod, so on and so forth. It says good, obedient to their husbands. You don't see that today, man. Women are not obedient to their husbands like they were in the ancient days, man. You see, women don't submit themselves to their husbands like they did in the ancient days, man. All right, in today's day and age, due to feminism, majority of women think that they're better than men. It says that the word of the Most High be not blasphemed. Let's read that in the NLT. It says, starting at Titus 2 and 3 in the NLT, it says, "Similarly, teach the older woman to live in a way that honors the Most High." And ultimately, how do women honor the Most High? By honoring their husband, okay? By being submissive and obedient to their husbands. That's what pleases Yahweh Bashmi Yashai. It says they must not slander others or be heavy drinkers. Instead, they should teach others what is good. These older women must train the younger women to love their husbands and their children. And does having abortions sound like loving their children? No. Okay, does going out, stepping out on the husband, or the man, which really is their husband. Okay, that's going out, stepping out on their husband. The moment they have a minor disagreement and bouncing on another man's ride, is that loving their husband? No. It says to live wisely and be pure, to work in their homes, to do good, and to be submissive to their husbands. Then they will not bring shame on the word of the Most High. You see? And also, you understand today's day and age, man, a lot of women don't want to hear this, man. Because they have that rebellious nature within them, man. Okay? Ultimately, point being, hey, this is how women are supposed to be raised up, man. You see? And also, the young women of today's generation, their mothers are not teaching them things like this, okay? Their mothers are teaching them to be exactly like them, man. Whores and sluts, okay? But going on the article, it says the article boosts the reputation of a satanic temple, which provides support to the so-called Samuel Alito's mom's satanic abortion clinic. It says the abortion clinic was purposely named to stoke outrage and take a shot at Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito, who authored the opinion that ultimately overturned Roe v. Wade. The abortion clinic attempts to mock Justice Alito by fantasizing about an alternate reality where his mother, Rose Fradusco Alito, aborted her son when he was an unborn baby. It says, and this is a picture of the post or whatnot. Which, look, man, in the kingdom of heaven, man, ain't gonna be no abortions, man. Okay? Because we're going to get scriptures. The Lord said that he formed the earth to be inhabited, man. It says the Cosmopolitan article conceded that Alito's mother was a school teacher and was thrilled with the birth of her son. The article asks, it is unlikely that Rose ever considered abortion for herself. A few years before she passed away, she told reporters she opposed it. It says, but what if her circumstances had been different? If her own life had been endangered by the pregnancy, or if the fetus had a fatal anomaly, or if Rose simply hadn't been ready for a child. And you see, that's the thing with this generation too. See, that in situations like this, they will constantly ask a person or bring up certain ideas to a person to persuade them in their mind to do the wrong thing. See, which also, as you read in Isaiah 5:20, the people of this world consider abortions a good thing, which in reality, man, is evil. You see? Because the Lord Yahweh Bashmi Yashai is not with abortions. It says, what if she'd had a choice and access to safe legal abortion care? The Alito matriarch died in 2013. It says the article admits that the Samuel Alito's mom's satanic abortion clinic does sound like pure clickbait. However, the article praised the clinic for providing young women with abortion pills offered at a competitive price and offered up until the 11th week of pregnancy. And ultimately, hey, guess what, man? In the kingdom of heaven, okay, young women and women in general ain't gonna be no such thing as fucking abortion pills in the kingdom. Because we just read, all right, in Titus, the 2nd chapter, that what? It was either Titus 2 or 1 Timothy 5. That women, okay, are supposed to bear children and love their children. And that's what's going to take place in the kingdom of heaven. See, ain't going to be no need for ain't going to be no abortion pills or condoms in the kingdom of heaven, man. You see, because ultimately the purpose of reproduction is to bear children. You see, that's what happens when man and woman get together. Our man and woman, they get together, become husband and wife through the act of sex, okay? A man releases his seed inside of a woman, and guess what? That produces children, man. You see? But that's the end of the article. Lord's I can put the link to this article in the description box, but without further ado, we're going to get some more scriptures, and that'll be the end of the lesson. Let's grab this in the book of Isaiah chapter 45 and verse verse 18. It says, "For thus saith the Lord that created the heavens, Yahweh himself that formed the earth and made it. He established it. He created it not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited. I am the Lord, and there is none else." So ultimately, Yahweh Bashmi Hashai formed the earth to be inhabited, man. All right, the Lord didn't create the earth, for the purpose, of it being at a limited number of population, a number with a limited population, or the Lord that He didn't form it, or the Lord did not form the earth to be empty, man. The Lord formed the earth to be inhabited. You see, by mainly people, or mainly individuals, ultimately, also animals and creatures as well. But really, all right, this world was created for the Israelites, okay, pursuant to Second Ezra, the 6th chapter. All right, scripture said what, that the earth was made for our sakes, you see. And really, this earth, it really belongs to Yahushua, you see, because scripture saying in Colossians, the 1st chapter, that all things were created by him and for him. And these are the things that are given to the hands of Yahushua by the hand of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. Okay, let's read this in the NLT. It says, "For the Lord Yahweh is power, and he created the heavens and earth and put everything into place. Since he made the world to be lived in, not to be a place of empty chaos. Says, I am the Lord, he says, and there is none other." So ultimately the Lord formed the earth to be inhabited. So if the Lord Yahweh Bashmi Yashai formed the earth to be inhabited, all right, would it make sense for him to also be okay with abortions? No, because Yahweh Bashmi Yashai is not okay with abortions, man. Okay, that's wicked, man. In all reality, man, that's wicked. Because really, you women are responsible for murdering a lot of babies, man. See, and the Lord is going to bring harsh, brutal, swift judgment upon you, man. Okay. Let's get this in the book of Genesis, chapter 9, and it all goes back to this, verse 7. It says, "And you, be ye fruitful and multiply and bring forth abundantly in the earth and multiply therein." So also this goes back to the time of Noah. You see, and this was a commandment. You see, the Lord said to be fruitful and multiply and bring forth abundantly in the earth and multiply therein. So ultimately, you can't do that if you're constantly having abortions. You see, so ultimately, men and women are constantly supposed to multiply, and bring forth children. And also that's another reason why men are able to have multiple wives, man. You see, to multiply, to be fruitful and multiply. Because once again, my pops, he always goes into this analogy. Just imagine, okay, put it like this. All right, one man, 12 women. The man goes inside all 12 of those women, okay, releases seed, and gets every single last one of them pregnant. How many children are coming forth? 12 children, which all go back to that one man. Because ultimately, we understand according to Numbers 1-18, that ultimately your house, okay, or your nationality is decided by the seed of your father. You see? So ultimately, the children that come out of those 12 women all go back to that one man. You see? Now try 12 men and one woman. You see? 12 men entering one woman. Guess what? After that, she becomes a whore. Okay? And she doesn't know whose seed, the child is. Because she had 12 different men in her. And that's not being fruitful and multiplying. You see? But point being, okay, because this lesson is dealing with, the Lord being against abortions. Okay? At the end of the day, abortions is against what Yahweh Bashmi Yashai intended. Okay? The Lord Yahweh Bashmi Yashai is not with abortions, man. Because ultimately, from the very beginning, it was intended for us to be fruitful and multiply. Okay? Now, if you sit, like we had mentioned earlier, it ain't going to be no abortion in the kingdom of heaven. And we're going to close out with this. The book of Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 22. It says, "A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation." So ultimately, this is going to take place in the kingdom of heaven. You see? So ultimately, there's going to be so much, reproduction going on, within the nation of Israel that that ultimately the amount of children that one man produces, all right, he himself can produce a nation, man. You see? And that goes back to what? The commandment, all right, that the Lord gave for us to be fruitful and multiply, man. You see? So once again, in the kingdom of heaven, ain't gonna be no abortions, or no birth control or no condoms, man. You see? In the kingdom of heaven, okay, these women are going to be brought up in the way that they're supposed to, man. They're going to be taught to love their husbands. They're going to be taught to love their children, man. They're going to be taught to be submissive to their husbands, hold down the household, okay, bear children, so on and so forth, man. Okay? They're not going to be taught to abort their children. And abortions, man, they're not even going to come up. They're not even going to come up in the kingdom of heaven, man. You see? But that's the end of the article right there. Lord, so I could put this link of the article in the description box, and I pray that this lesson was edifying unto the body, unto the elect. And I'd like to close out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and preach the truth and sincerity. Shalom to the hopeful elect. And Lord, I'll see you in the next lesson. Till then, Shalom.